Jones has agreed to it. Pereira's agreed to it. And we know Dana said he needs fighters he can rely on. But if Donald Trump wants Jon Jones at the White House, I reckon we might get Jon Jones, Alex Pereira at the White House. Could you imagine?
And Dana keeps talking about he's only going to put the biggest, baddest fights. Dude, we talked a lot about Tom and John. I think that's an epic fight. This can just be put right back in there in the place of that. I think there's no doubt about it. If you have Pereira moving up, Jon Jones, unbelievable fight. And dude, that shit that is definitely happening too. I was talking to Candido. I think he's in DC at some point this week. Like they're constantly going to DC and scouting it out and figuring it out. Like this shit is going to go down.
Oh yeah.
It is definitely happening.
Jones versus Pereira. I mean, it might happen. I'd like it to happen. I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see that fight.
Charles versus Max for the BMF.
Yeah.
Topuria. Who else would you put on there? Topuria versus Justin, but that's probably going to go down.
I mean, and Conor still saying
Conor
he wants to be on it.
I mean, there's 3 huge fights already.
Who do you think wins that fight? If Conor stays healthy, gets to a camp, makes it to the White House, Chandler makes it to the White House. I talked about this. I did an Instagram post. I think Chandler wins that fight. Who do you think wins that fight?
I think Conor smokes him.
No way, man.
Listen, you got to remember, there's been a drop off. It will have been 5 years since his last fought. And then a lot of partying and a lot of living in an extravagant multi-millionaire lifestyle, which isn't conducive to a fighter and the silk sheets and all that shit. Yeah. However, you can't just forget. Remember, when he fought Khabib, he lost the fight, but he made it to the 4th round. And he had some moments, and he got dominated for the most part.
Many moons ago, but 6 months is a long time. If you can get motivated, you can. I agree with you though. If he can,
like as a smoker, if you're smoking your whole life and then you stop smoking, within 6 months, your lungs, if you're young enough, are regenerated. Yeah. If you've got a terrible alcohol problem, within a few months, your liver is good as gold. So I hope. So I've been told. But you know what I mean? If you're a fat fuck because you can't watch your diet, all of a sudden, 6 months, you're back in shape. You got that 6-pack popping, right? And if you're really, truly dedicated, and in the past you were good enough to become a 2-weight division simultaneous champ, knocking everyone out. Look at that masterclass over Eddie Alvarez, the 12-second knockout over Jose Aldo. And yes, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of wear and tear. There's a broken leg at play as well. So that is a big factor. But discipline, motivation, a want, a need, a desire. I'm just saying that there's a lot of reasons for him to really dial it back and try and become the version of himself that he used to be.
And I think we all want to see that. Like, love him, hate him, all the shit that goes on with Conor, just tons of bullshit. But again, when he's at his peak and when he's actually competing and fighting the way he used to fight, I loved watching him fight. Like, I know a lot of people give me shit and give you shit. We're talking trash. And he's got all the nut huggers in the world. We know that. But when he is prime and on point, man, he is fun to watch. I just don't see that happening. What about you boys, Harrington and Brian?
Yeah.
If they dare say.
If the fight goes on, I'd like to think that Conor can knock him out pretty quickly, because that's just Michael Chandler likes to get hit.
Bro, listen, Chandler's very hittable.
That's what I'm saying.
Paddy and this isn't a disrespect to Paddy. Paddy just mollywopped him.
Paddy is peak prime of his life right now.
Correct.
But I don't think peak Paddy is anywhere close to peak Conor.
But we're not going to see peak Conor.
I'm not saying that, but there's a huge gap between
Conor's
peak
beating
Conor and peak
Conor's
Paddy.
beating up amateurs in Italy after he does a night of cocaine.
That's fair.
Yeah, but also, and again, and I'm not shitting on Chandler, Hold on, here's his record. Lost to Paddy.
Oh, I know,
Lost
bro.
to
Yeah,
Paul,
it's not
lost
good.
to Poirier.
I'm with you on that.
Ferguson.
I'm with
He's
you
like,
on that.
he hasn't won.
He's
won
2
one
and
fight.
5. He's 2 and 5.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
And Chandler, let me scroll it all the way up here. I think he's
He's been
What is
finished
he?
3 of those 5 times too.
39 years old. He'll
Yeah.
be 40 by the time.
Yeah, he's older
he
than
comes
Connor.
around.
Yeah.
He's older than Connor. Yeah.
Connor's
All right.
what, 36
I
now?
see. I see
and
the
he-
points. I see the points. I
He's
agree.
also
I
got an
see
extra
that.
5 years of wear and tear against top guys. With Connor,
Oh, hold on. Connor's had plenty of wear and tear, Mike Harrington.
Fair.
It may not be by getting beat up in the gym, but it's probably far worse than than getting beat up in the gym or in the cage than the shit he's been going through on that yacht and other places. Let's be honest.
How does that affect your chin, though?
That's what I'm saying. Like knockouts.
Does it affect
and-
your brain?
That's fair.
Fair.
But as I said, the body is a magnificent thing. And if
I
you-
agree with you there, Michael.
If you can get on the straight and narrow, if you can get disciplined, if you can live the lifestyle of a fighter, you can get back. Listen, bro, I haven't been training like a fighter. I guarantee you give me 6 months. You say I'm going to pay you a massive amount of money, millions and millions of dollars. The whole world has seen me lose and said he's done, he's lost, he can't fight anymore. And it's what you hold dear to your heart. You give me 6 months and that kind of motivation and potentially $100 million, which is what he's asking for, which I doubt very much he's going to get. But you give me all of that, I'll turn back that clock, baby. I will turn back that bad neck, no knees. Let's fucking go.
We'll get you a fucking robot eye after that.
We saw,
Exactly.
Yeah, with that money.
didn't we see Tyson Fury come down from like 400 pounds to become like a championship boxer again inside of like a year?
400 is generous. That man was fucking gigantic.
Yeah. And this, see if you can find this, Brian. It's so motivational because Tyson Fury, he had an alcohol problem, he had a drug problem, he had a depression problem, he was massively obese, and he said he thought one day, he said, that's it, I'm going to go for a run. He put a bin bag on, a garbage bag, and he couldn't even do a mile. And the next day he could do a mile. Then it was 1.5 miles. Then it was 2 miles. And all of a sudden he comes back. And yeah, granted, he lost to Usyk. You know what I mean? But he became one of the very best boxers of the generation. He was a part of so many big fights. And there you go. There's a prime example. And again, I'm not sitting here sucking McGregor off. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know you're not that. I know you're not that. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the human body is an incredible thing. And like you can, and he's still young enough. He's still young enough to where, and the big question is if you're disciplined.
Yeah.
If you truly are, if you live that like a monk and God knows he's got the reason to.
And I'll be the first to say that if he could, and he does do that, I will be the first to be like, that's impressive, right? Because I know that it has to be extremely difficult to be able to do that when you do have the possibility of having the lifestyle that you have.
All right, let's take a second and thank one of our sponsors on today's show, Sheath Underwear. Sheath makes the most comfortable boxer briefs that I've ever worn. If you're sick of boxers that are too loose or briefs that are too tight, Sheath is for you. Sheath Underwear is the best. Get one pair and it's going to change your life. The most comfortable boxer brief that you will ever put on your body. Plus, they have brand new materials like bamboo and mesh for even more cooling comfort. Go to sheathunderwear.com, get the most comfortable underwear that you'll ever wear. Use the promo code BELIEVE20 and you'll get 20% off your order. That is sheathunderwear.com. Code is BELIEVE20 for 20% off your order.